peasants ran with baskets, with their homestones in their hands. The fields were smoking far behind across the southern lands. The Kyle fled like thunder, the sleet slid through the grass. Even the black law turned away to let the terror pass. Dust on the plains of Turia, hooves like a rolling sea. The Basque were coming from the south, wild as the world could be. Dust on the plains of Turia, the wagons filled the sky, and Tal walked toward the storm of horns where other men would die. He came for no city's treasure, no woman throne or crown, but for the hidden priest-king egg the gods had once sent down. For Misk's alien brother, for a dying race's seed, he crossed the grass with spear in hand, following friendship's need. A warrior may face a city, a mountain blade or flame, but stranger still to walk alone where no one knows your name. Turia, the Basque shook earth and air. The wagon peoples rode like storm, with death in every stare. Dust on the plains of Turia, the sky turned bronze and white, and Talkabout walked forward with the grass against his side. Four riders came around him, four lances aimed to kill. Kassar, Katai, Paravasi, Tuchuk, fierce and still. Kamchak named himself in thunder, the Kaila pawed the ground. Then all four charged like lightning, with no mercy in the sound. Grass and earth, hand in hand, a stranger stands upon their land. Grass and earth, blood and sky, the brave may live where cowards die. He did not run, he did not fall, he gave no fear to them at all. And in the dust where death had planned, he held with Kamchak, grass and land. The lands fell in the gambling, the Tuchuk won the right to test the man from Koroba in single savage fight. The Kaila snapped and circled, the Bola flashed and flew, but Tal's short sword rang against it and split the danger through. He could have slain the Tuchuk, could have taken blood that day, but peace is sometimes harder than cutting men away. Grass and earth, hand in hand, a stranger welcome to the land. Grass and earth, beneath the sun, a friendship there had just begun. Among the horns, the dust, the scars, under Gor's hard southern stars, Tarl and Kamchak made their worth with hands around the grass and earth. The wagons rode like painted walls, 1,000 colors bright, with dung fires smoking in the dusk and sling cages for the night. The women wore their golden rings, the slaves wore bells and steel, and every child of Tushuk blood was born to ride and feel. City of wagons, city of sky, no stone above, no walls nearby. City of Bosque, of scar and song, where only the fierce and free belong. City of wagons, moving flame, every wheel remembers a name. Kutai Tuchik sat in splendor on the gray robe of command, with treasure piled around him from half the Gorian land. He asked about the boss herds, he asked if knives were keen, for simple words from such a man could mean more than they seemed. A throne may be a palace, a golden chair, a stone, or just a robe, a boss guide where a hard old chief sits alone. City of wagons, city of sky, where the wind and the dust go by. City of Bosque, of scar and spear, where laughter walks with death and fear. Tar learned the tongue of hoof and flame, and the wagons learned his name. They brought a girl from nowhere, with hurt still in her eyes. Elizabeth from New York streets, under foreign skies. She wore a message at her throat, sewn into leather tight, and every face around her was a nightmare in the light. Like a Zira, she learned the words under Gor's red moans and birds. Like a Zira, lost and afraid in the world where chains are made. She cried for home, she cried for earth, for streets that knew her name and birth. But Gor had taken all she knew and made the old world blue. The collar named Tal Kaba and ordered he be slain, signed falsely by the priest king to turn the grass to flame. But Kamshak laughed at falsehood, for gods need no such trick, and Tal began to wonder whose hidden hand was quick. A girl became a signal, a trap, a living key. But even through her terror, she was more than they could see. Like a Jira, the first words came, and nothing after was the same. Like a Jira, the collar broke, and deeper mysteries awoke. From earth to Gor, from fear to fire, her road would climb through dust and desire. And in the wagon she would learn how strange a heart can turn. down too early. The brown grass disappeared. The wagons grown through whiteness, and even strong men feared. The bosque pawed through the cold earth. The women wept and prayed, for if the herds should perish, the people too would fade. Wintering, wintering, hold the line. Follow the herds through frost and time. Wintering, wintering, hearts beat slow under the bite of southern snow. If the boss live, the people stand. If the grass returns beneath the land, then sing when the green blades show. The bosques are safe below. Tarl learned the Kaila saddle, the lance, the bow, the plane. He learned the way of scarred men who laughed at cold and pain. Elizabeth learned the language, the work, the dust, the law. And in that hard white winter, both saw what they had not saw. Some roads do not move forward, they circle, wait, survive, until the hidden season. Let's hope remain alive. Wintering, wintering, ride the storm. Keep the breath and keep it warm. Wintering, wintering, night is long, but the wagons answer with a song. When green returned and spring drew near, Turia's walls began to clear, and every hoofbeat seemed to say, the hidden truth waits on the way. In Turia's perfume chambers, where gold and silk were spread, Saphrar smiled with merchandise, and sweet false words were said. Aphris came in white and gold, proud as a morning flame, and Kamchak laughed, remembering the insult and the name. Aphris of Turia, jewel of the wall, too proud to bend, too bright to fall. Aphris of Turia, sharp as a star, you mock the man from the wagons afar. But pride can turn, and fate can sting, when a Tushuk brings a collar, not a ring. He spoke of diamonds offered, of gifts once thrown aside, of vows made under insult, of wounded Tushuk pride. Then quick as storm he closed the steel around her lovely throat, and all the banquet froze in rage at what the Tushuk wrote. Kamrus called him coward, Aphris swore to stand, and love war waited outside of fire across the land. Actress of Turia, jewel of the wall, you laughed at Bosque and Wagon Call. Actress of Turia, hear the plain. The wind may carry away disdain, for pride can break and pride can burn, and even silken hearts can turn.
On the plains of 1,000 stakes, the cities made their game. The women stood as prizes, the riders rode for claim. The lances flashed steady yellow fruit, blood and dust within, and every strike of mounted skill could make a woman win. Love war, ride for the prize, under the dust and watching eyes. Love war, lance and flame, a woman's fate inside a name. Hooves beat hard, the stakes stand tall. The proud may rise, the proud may fall, and on the plains where wild winds roar, hearts are changed by love war. Irina fierce and laughing, Dina brave and still, Elizabeth burning jealous, all bent beneath the will of customs old and brutal, of games no earth girl knew. While Tall watched Gor's strange passions cut old lives into new. Some contests look like sport there, some look like cruel fate, but every rider on that plain was gambling love and hate. Love war, ride for the prize, with dust in the mouth and sun in the eyes. Love war, fierce and strange, nothing leaves the plain unchanged. When the season of little grass was done, the road to Turia had begun, and every stake behind them knew the hidden war was coming too. Safra wanted treasure, Kamchak held the prize, a golden sphere among his things that glittered in men's eyes. Tile thought of priest king futures, of mist beneath the stone, and wondered if that shining thing could save a race alone. Golden sphere, hidden seed, hope wrapped up in doubt and greed. Golden sphere, silent sign, was it God-born, false divine? Through Turian halls and wagon fire, through plots of merchant blade desire, Tall kept searching through the lies for the egg beneath the skies. Safra smiled too smoothly,
cameras stood too proud, and behind the masks of politics, a darker war spoke aloud. The message color, the earth girl, the false name of the gods, all pointed toward a hidden hand behind the games and frauds. Not every golden object holds the life men seek. Not every holy silence means the gods are weak. Golden sphere, hidden seed, friendship drove the warrior's need. Golden sphere, false or true, the road had narrowed down to you. And somewhere past the merchant's smile, past treachery and guile, the truth lay waiting to be won before the final sun.
The trap broke wide in Turia, with slain and secret doors, with hidden chambers, treason, and blood upon the floors. Saffron's hands were scented, his words were soft and thin, but all his golden plotting could not save his skin.
Down, down, Saffron, into the yellow grave. Gold cannot buy the coward what courage never gave. Down, down, Saffron, let the false egg break. The pool will take the merchant and the lies that merchants make. The golden shell was shattered, its shining skin was dyed. No priest, king, child lay living there, only rot and light. All's heart fell into darkness, his hope seemed dead and gone. But Kamchak knew the deeper truth, the real egg had lived on. A false hope breaks like pottery, a true hope hides like flame, and those who guard the secret may never speak its name. Down, down, Saffron, your plots are all undone. The plains have judged the merchant, the wagons have won. Down, down, Saffron, the yellow waters rise, and truth walks out of Turia under open skies. The omens found their answer, the wagons found their man. Kamchak rose from Tushuk dust to lead the southern clans. Not soft with gold or palace wine, not born behind a wall, but scarred by wind and prairie war, he stood above them all.
bar of the wagons, right beneath the sky. Let the four horns lift again, let the dust rise high. Bar of the wagons, bosk and blade and flame, the plains have found their thunder, and Kamchak is its name. Afris came back barefoot, no longer proud and cold, choosing Kamchak's wagon over Turia's gold. Harold had Hirina, laughter rode the plain, and Elizabeth stood near Tarl, changed by joy and pain. The egg was safe for Sardar, the hidden hope survived, and Tarl prepared to leave the plains where so much had come alive. Bar of the wagons, right beneath the sky, the city walls are far behind, the open winds are high. Bar of the wagons, let the boss bells ring, for even in a savage land, a loyal heart can sing. Tarl rode on with Elizabeth, the priest king's hope in hand, leaving dust, love, scars and song across the wagon land.